Caught that bitch.
What's up?
So,
All
introducing
right.
myself, my name is Gustavo, and I've been trading for 4 years
I
and
bet.
plus. And introduce yourself, sir.
Mm-hmm. I already know. It's the one only Young FX Pablo, aka Type Supiti, founder and
Um,
CEO of Young FX Academy.
okay, people. So, in today's topic with Pablo, we're going to discuss why does trading take so long, right?
Mm.
So, on the topic, initially, on that bold,
Before you continue, I have a very good question. If you don't mind me asking, how long have you been trading?
I just said on my intro, 4 plus years.
4 plus years. Okay,
Yeah.
no problem. Okay,
How long you've been trading?
right. Um, just edit one more year on your side. It's like six to 7 years now.
Oh, so you have experience. You have more experience.
Uh, Young FX Pablo, of course I do. You know,
Okay.
and it doesn't change the fact that you may know more than I do, because experiences and years don't actually match anything. Because the way I see it, especially to answer the question of how long what does it
Mm-hmm.
actually take to succeed in trading, you know, for some people it can take a year, for some people it can take 10 years, you know. So putting time to it, like, is not an achievement. So people shouldn't say I've been trading for 10 years like it's an achievement. It's not an achievement, you know. What have you accomplished in those 10 years as you trading,
I totally agree
What's
with
your
you. I mean, like trading is a very dynamic platform where it's not only competitive, but it's more of a reflection type of situation because you see yourself. It actually reveals to you who you truly are. So so basically covering today's topic is initially
losing
about
you?
is literally about just like why does it take so long? Like why people are trading for 10 years, 15 years plus, 2 decades, but like they're not going anywhere in life. They're not achieving what they need to achieve in trading. So what is your perspective in that conversation?
Well, Gustavo, I can't speak on anyone else, right? But I can say the reason it took me so long and what I think it might take another trader so long, right, is focusing on the wrong things, right? One of those things is being your strategy. I spent years going from one strategy to the next strategy. And that aspect is a trap for most traders, especially as a beginner. When you're entering the whole industry of trading, you know, it is important to find yourself with good guidance. That will save you a lot of time, right? Because of even with that also, because even with the wrong guidance, you might find yourself going from one place to the next place, switching from this idea to the next idea. And I feel like that's what makes trading become longer than it should be.
I totally agree. I feel like those are one of the aspects that make trading to take so much time. But I feel like personally, based on my journey and my experience in trading, I feel like the reason why I take so long, it's because our journeys are different. Yes. I mean, first of all, back in the days when we started trading, we didn't afford a mentor. Mentors were expensive, and I might declare it's the same with you. And another thing
We're
is
just full of shit,
yeah,
let's be
yeah,
honest.
100%, 100%, 100%. It's and another thing I would say is that the time, there's something that FPK once said when I was into trading years back. He said that if you spend more time into it, it's going to reward you. So I feel like a lot of people don't. I feel like a lot of people claim the word trading, but they don't actually put in the work. Because the people who actually put in the work, you can see with how they progress, how they change, how they achieve anything, how prosperity comes into their lives. So I just feel like when it comes to trading, it's a ASAP thing, you know, it's a non-negotiable thing. It's a thing of like whatever you're going through, put everything into that. You know, if you're working or you're getting some side hustles, you're having your websites, developer, you're coding. If you're making money out of something, you know, like trading, make trading a living, I feel like you should take everything else into that thing because that's the like we doing it because we wanna be successful in it. So I just feel like people, one of the aspects, people think they put in work or they think they know how to work in trading, but they don't. They don't. So I just feel like if you just put in the work, like put in the work, do the boring stuff. The boring stuff makes everything good, makes you succeed in any
Okay.
department.
It does not answer my question, which is why does it take so long to succeed in trading?
Why does it take so long to succeed in trading? As I said before, it's a variety of reasons, and it's different from every person. To me personally, why?
Yeah, yeah,
Me personally, why? Why it takes long
yeah.
to succeed in trading? Okay, I'm gonna
But
answer
you
you,
per se,
but in everyone,
okay, please do.
everyone.
Yeah.
Okay, because our journeys are different. That's what I'm saying. To others, it might take a short time. To me, it might take a long time. We have different reasons. With me, it might be strategy. To them, it might be consistency. So it just it differs because we have different journeys. But if you're asking me personally why it's been taking so long for me to
Mhm,
succeed, I feel like it's what's holding me back a bit is
mhm,
fear. I would say fear is there, but I feel like now it's better because it's the risk. I feel like the moment you take more risk, you eliminate fear. So I feel like been taking risk for the past years and I'm eliminating fear piece by piece. So I feel like my only obstacle that I need to surmount when it comes to trading is fear. Because strategy, I've been doing the same strategy for years. You can enhance it, put things, do whatever, but strategy is not gonna make you succeed. Psychology also, I feel like fear is also part of psychology. Also with psychology, it's a thing of a lot of people struggle with. So it is psychology, but not that much. I feel
mhm.
like it's fear. It's fear of taking it to the next step. It's fear of, shit, this is my last 20K. I don't have nothing. What am I going to do? I'm putting it into trading. If you blow it, I don't care. I'm going to try to hustle another 20K again and put it into trading. If you lose, I don't care. Another 20K, put it into trading. So I feel like my thing is just fear. I feel like fear. It's also being like, okay, I want this to work, but at the same time, there's a devil back of my ear saying, just play it safe, you know, like play it safe, but you're not getting anywhere by playing it safe. You understand? Like scared money doesn't make money.
Mhm.
So I just feel like it's fear. With me, it's fear. It's fear to
Oh,
take it to the next level.
slowly, can I pause you there, my friend? Slowly is the fastest way to get there. I feel
100%.
like you shouldn't be chasing instant gratification, you know?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, so you feeling like it's taking like a lot of time, that pressure, that fear, that's okay. And the whole thing of scared money doesn't make no money. It's just, you know, a gamble. It's a gamble phase, it's a gamble phase. It's a wrong mentality. It's like it, it goes back to when remember I heard you talk about FPK. There was one member in their crew back in 2019 who once influenced my mindset at some point. And he to say those kind of codes, those kind of words, things like 0.01 lot doesn't pay the bills.
100%.
Does that make
100%.
sense?
100%. 100%.
And think about yourself in those years when you looking at your trading account and just making only like 100 rand, 50 rand, 20 rand, whatever you make, instead of you now also looking at that as an achievement and progress, you're now looking at it as like, what? if only I could have went even with more money, I could have made more money. And I feel like that on its own, right, uh, doesn't complement the skill you actually had to put in to actually make that 20 rand, that 50 rand, that 100 rand. Makes sense? And hence I'm saying, right, for me, right, it goes by to define what is success to you in terms of trading, because I feel like I've changed that definition for myself so many times, and I've come to realize we define success in trading for so many of us as individuals very differently, you know? Because for me, how I define success in trading is like this, right? I no longer define success in trading with how much you've made, right? Or how much you know, or how many years you've been trading, or what car you drive, right? Or what kind of office you trade in. I no longer identify that because of, right? I've had both encounters, right? So let's say you come from a rich family, right? Me and you have never experienced that, right? So we don't actually understand that kind of concept of what success in trading is. So let's say your parents give you $1 million and say, child, here is your start your trading career, right? From someone who comes from the
Money.
projects, somewhere in an unknown area, starting with a 1,000 USD, for them reaching that 1 million, which is just a startup for someone else somewhere out there, for them that's success. But for this other person, they're just starting out with that target for someone else. But for them, it's just the bare minimum, it's the deposit, it's the start, right?
Yeah,
So now
yeah,
for
yeah, yeah.
him, what would you say for him to go back to his parents or to whoever and say, I am now successful? Do you understand?
Yeah,
So
yeah,
it
like
automatically it it removes the whole point that money is success. So then what is, if money is not the success, then what is? One would say having the skill in trading. Cool, sharp. So you get the skill, you spend the years, you study the game, years go by, and then some of us don't even have anything to show for it, which is why you have your surroundings. Oh, are you really good at trading? Oh, then where's the Lamborghini? Oh, are you really good at trading? Then where's the house? Oh, are you really good at trading? Then where's the Louis Vuitton? Makes
but
sense. And then you then ask yourself, what's the measurement?
yeah,
I
yeah,
just
yeah,
wanna,
yeah.
I just wanna exactly. So I feel like if you change the measurement, it then changes how you view how long trading will take you. Because if for me, I say just to master the skill, then I regard myself as a successful, profitable trader, right?
Yeah.
Then that will actually take me 6 months. If I just find a good mentor, good strategy, and stick to it, trade a demo account, be consistent, prove to myself on a live account that I can be profitable, then I can say, you know what? For the past 6 months, I've been a profitable trader. I've managed my risk and I've ended the whole 6 months in a profitable outcome, consistently doing the same thing every day over and over repetition. Therefore, I am a successful trader. Okay,
Yeah, I
then
mean,
that's one measurement.
you
One,
see, like,
one would change that's not the case.
yeah,
For
I mean,
me, my goal is this, and
is yeah, yeah,
that changes how long
yeah,
trading.
you see
It
with
changes your
how you portrayed uh success into trading with different varieties because people have different success measures when it comes to trading. But personally, I feel like, success in trading, success in life is two different things. Success in trading, as you put it, it can be a kid out there just wanna be funded by a prop firm. A kid out there who's taking $100 to 1,000, then that's success to him. A kid out there who wants to master a skill and be disciplined and consistent for more than 6 months or a year. Or a kid out there wants to take his six-figure trading account to eight-figure. Our perspectives and our reasons for success in trading specifically are totally different, right? And then when it comes to success, I feel like success in general, whether any institution you're in, whether it's trading or any department, engineering, whatever it is, success
Mm-hmm,
there is to make enough
mm-hmm,
so you can have enough so you can support everyone that you
Mm-hmm.
love and around you, and you can build legacy and be happy. Do you understand? So a lot of people, if you look at billionaires, a lot of the times they don't care about what you wear whatsoever. I'm not saying this because I'm trying to diversify from the conversation, but when you look at billionaires, wealthy people, they don't care about Lamborghinis anymore because they're at the pinnacle of I've made what I had to make, and now I'm at peace. I don't have to prove anything to anyone. But I feel like in trading
Mm-hmm.
specifically, because money is the center of it, right? So it's money is the center because all of us, we're doing trading. Yes, we love it, but we're doing trading because there's money in it. If you didn't do trading because there's money, if you didn't want to grow your account from
Anything.
$10, if you didn't want to grow your account from $10 to $100, whether you want to build a skill in that process or you want to figure out if you're patient or you want to figure out if you're disciplined, if
Mm-hmm.
that's your success, there's money inside. You're making money regardless. Do you understand? Like there's money inside. You
Yes.
can't escape Oguti. There is money. There is money inside.
Yeah.
Whether I don't care what
Yes.
is your success in trading. Whether it's I don't know discipline, consistency, but there is money inside. So I feel like money is the center of it. But the difference between people who actually trade to make money and people who actually trade because they love it or make a living out of it is how they respond to it. So when you trade and have a goal. I want to take this 100 USD to 1,000 USD. And after doing that, I'm gonna buy me a watch. I'm gonna buy me clothes. I'm gonna buy me a car or whatever. You're doing it. Some of people do it because it has a status to them. Because I come from nothing. So this is what I've been wanting as a kid. That's not wrong. You understand? That's who you are. A lot of people can build it for wealth. I can build it for legacy. I'm building it so I can have more and more and accumulate. So, regardless of both
Mm-hmm.
options, the one doing it for flashy or the one doing it because of legacy, but money is in the center of it. Do you understand? Like money is in this, they're both doing it for different reasons, but money, in order for you to get peace right now, currently, 2026 in South Africa, in order you to find peace, when it comes to peace, don't worry about money. Don't worry about your friend, mom having to stand a queue in the clinic because she has medical aid. You don't have to worry about you Ubering because you have a car. You don't have to worry about you grocery because you have enough food. That is access to money. Money is going to give you access to those things. So I feel like people who have peace,
Money.
money is the access to everything. So I'm not saying money is going to make you happy, no, but money is the access to everything. The reason those if because if you want peace right now, then don't chase money. Don't chase money. Because peace is I'm good and I'm comfortable with what I have, even if it's a little. I'm comfortable living in a one room. I don't have a car. If you're talking about
Mm-hmm.
that is peace, then stay there. But people who actually wanna
Okay.
work and make money, they also want peace, but the peace is different now because they wanna have peace, but also they wanna be secure. They don't wanna worry about
Okay.
anything.
Yeah.
So peace comes in different ways. It's the thing of like if heaven is so
Back to trading.
perfect, you know, like if
Back to trading.
another, yeah, it's another thing of like example about peace, and it's a thing of like if heaven is so beautiful and this anonymous and like phenomenal place, why
Trading.
are you not living right now?
Back to trading.
Yeah, it's back to trading. I'm trying to make you understand the concept of as you portray to you,
It's
Uguti. It's
you
listen, it's a thing of like we have different reasons why we're
actually
trading.
know the answer you just gave, which I did take a lot of points from what you said earlier, right? In terms of how the measurement of success, right, it also contributes to how long it takes to actually succeed in trading, right? And your point on the perspective is also important, and on how, regardless of the perspective, regardless of the reason, your main core message is that all of us are in this for money at the end of the day,
Regardless, you're gonna make money, whether it's about money.
right? And I totally agree with that, right? I totally agree with that, right? But I do want to add a follow up message on this, right? Now, if you were to guide people, right, you see, I've guided a lot of people throughout this process while also guiding myself, which is actually very difficult, right? Um, how would you, right? What would be your advice to a trader out there asking themselves, they feel stuck they feel in the same situation and they don't know what to do. Their strategy is not working. They keep blowing accounts. They keep failing pop firms. What's your advice on them?
You only lose when you quit.
Okay. Mm.
I feel like that's the
Trading
center.
advice.
Yes, in
Trading
trading,
advice.
that
Yeah,
applies
not
to anything. In trading advice, it's in trading advice is figuring it out, figure figuring everything out, specifically into trading and making a lot of sacrifices. When you when you wanna when you are stuck in a place or in a phase where you want to get to the next level, whether you want to get good at your skill or you want to get good at or you want to get more capital. Like you have everything in front of your eyes. You can't say you don't have capital. You can't say you don't have skill. You can't say you can't practice anything. You want to practice your strategy? Backtest. There's a lot of apps where you can backtest for free. Backtest 100 trades on a demo account with 200 trades just to see how in 200 trades, how many trades are wins and loss. And take those wins and backtest again 200 and see which ones are more profitable in the long run. You don't have capital. Go do the garden. So my
all
advice
right, trader.
to anyone into trading, there's no excuses. Like there is no excuse. Like you don't have none. Don't
So
have
now
none.
the trader back tested their strategy. Is now proven that the strategy actually works. Now they say, okay, fine. I'm done back-testing my strategy. I'm actually confident enough with my skill. What next? What next?
What is next for them? If they are profitable.
Yep,
So this guy's
they
pro
they hope so.
they hope
Be
that are
consistent.
profitable or they are.
Uh, for this scenario, let's just say they are.
They are profitable.
Yeah.
So they're making money consistently.
No, 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 no. Right? I'm going back. Let me go back. Let me backtrack. Right?
Paraphrase
So I'm
your
saying,
question,
right,
yeah. What are you saying? What are you asking?
so the same thing I was asking, in the same way you answered. Right. So you're saying they should back test, they have no excuses, right? So they've done that. They've back tested the strategy and they done now. What next?
What's next? Find something that's next. That's gonna put you to the next level.
Yeah.
Yeah. Find another thing that's gonna make you better.
Coming to you, what is it?
To me, if I
Remember,
was okay,
we discussed.
okay, if I backtested, if I backtested and I know my strategy works
Mhm.
and I have capital and I'm making money
Yeah.
consistently, now my aim is to scale where I
Mhm.
am, is to take that money, venture it into another department, build something that's going to make me wealthy, or do something that I love because trading, you take back your time. So if I'm consistently profitable, I know that I am. I'm making five, seven, 8 figures a month. Then next, do something else. But I
Okay.
feel like comfortability is not it. Find something to do. Find something to do.
I feel like Gustavo. I feel like whenever we're having these conversations, me and you like need to discuss the fact that I understand our knowledge is very vast in terms of life, entrepreneurship, and business wise, and but I want us, in this session to always make sure that we only focus strictly on trading because as much as we are able to diversify, right, our wisdom and knowledge across the aspects of us moving out from trading, right? I want us to actually be very niche based, right? Because the reason I was asking this question, I was asking it from a basically from experience, right? On putting myself in a position whereby I'm just a trader, a small trader from nowhere, and I just backtested my strategy, and now I'm trying to figure out what can I do next. It's not about jumping to this business. It's not about jumping. I'm a trader. I've just mastered my back testing strategy, and I'm trying to understand to myself, okay, what's next? Okay, the next thing could be move to live. When you move to live, how do I trade to live? How do I manage my psychology
I
when I'm
thought,
trading live?
oh,
What's next?
I thought that's why I said earlier, like I wish that you paraphrased your question because it could have been like, there's this kid, or like you do have account now, you profitable on a live account, you have, I feel like you could have asked the question into detail so I can understand, because it's just, if that's the case, of course you need to move into a live account.
Uh,
I feel like, you need to move into a live account, of course. You need
okay,
to move in a live account. You need to.
you know the now that you know your question, what be your advice to that person? What's next?
What's next from a person
Yes.
who's coming from where? Because if I don't know where you come from, I don't know where you're going. Let me ask you
Like I
this.
said, I've been saying this.
The very same question you're asking me, right? I want you to answer it yourself. What is next? Okay, not don't answer
Okay.
this. Okay, let me put this clear. Don't answer this for anyone out there, because I know that a lot of people are in your situation, Pablo. So what is next for you right now in this moment? What is next for you?
Really, very, I'm a unique person. I've never met anyone in my situation. Literally, no one.
But they are, trust me,
So
they
I
are.
can't. So can say it's just put myself in the shoes of where I was. Right, like I said, 7 years is a lot, you know. So when you think about back testing and all those things, there was something I was doing in like 2020, you know. So when I'm asking that question, if I would give advice to that person, what I would say, right, is that if you've now found yourself in a position whereby you're now understanding your strategy, right? You're now feeling confident that you can actually make money with doing this, right? My next approach would be, right? And also remember, guys, this is not any financial disclaimer, this is not financial advice, right? It's just two opinions or just two different people, right? What I would preferably do is not rush into trading big amounts of money, right? Even if you do have access to a lot of money, like let's say you have access to 100,000 of your capital, right? What I would do is not immediately jump into using that capital to trading. What I would advise is stick to small amounts of trading, especially if it's your first time jumping into life. Stick into small amounts of trading. Stick to your 500 rands, stick to your 1,000 rands, and master that, right? Master how to take the $10 to $100, right? Because if you can't take $10 to $100, you can't literally take 1,000 to 10,000. You can't take 10,000 to 100,000. It's simple maths, right? So master that first, right? So that if you do make any mistakes financially, you're making them at a very low risk volume before you actually jump into big life capital. So just because of right now you've back tested, you've mastered the strategy, doesn't mean immediately when you jump into life, you should just trade, start going very big. Continue start trading small because guaranteed emotions and psychology is a very different play when you move from back testing and your demo account and when you jump into life.
Yeah, yeah, I totally agree. But you see, our generations are too different. Me and you, Pablo, we come from a generation where we were taught that when you get into trading, you start demo so you can know what it is, know how to trade, right? But you need to understand that the world is evolving. The new generation right now, it's not like that. So the advice that I would give to someone, I would say who's starting into trading or want to trade, is to get straight to a real account. Get straight, make mistakes there, figure out your strategy there, fail there on a live account. Because you know what that does? I wish someone told me this earlier when I was starting. Because you know what that does? That
Mhm.
actually evolves the emotions. It actually, you actually, you are in a position where if you do that for a long period of time consecutively, you actually understand your emotions. And it can come to a point where you can master them. So when you have a 1 million account, there's no difference. The only difference there is just the capital. But the emotions were there. You've been losing 10K. on a live account when you started. But if you start with a demo, right, and you go into a live, it's a different phase. So that is advice that I would give to someone. I wish they told me, Uguti, when you start trading, start into a live account. Doesn't matter how much it is, but start making mistakes there on a live account and feel the pain of losing your money. Feel the pain of losing money and going out there and hustle so you can put it back and lose it again and do that for 100 times. I feel like that's where you kill a
Yeah.
lot of anxiety and fear quicker. You just focus on growth quicker. So that would be my advice. And then from there, just scale, scale, scale. There's prop firms now. Get into prop firms, but just do all of those things in real capital, in real capital, in real capital. So like closing this topic because surely we have like 5 minutes now. What you said, I totally respect when it comes to why it takes long into trading. But when I asked you this question at first and you asked me back, we said a variety of things. But we're gonna ask this question and
Yeah.
as we end the meeting. And I just want pure, concise, simplification answers. Why does it take so
Yeah.
long for you to be successful or to prosper in trading? You, because surely you have
Psycho.
people, you personally, this is a message from you. Why? Why does it take you so long?
Can I answer? It was the mastery of psychology.
Mhm. So you
Yeah.
think what's
That's it.
holding you, you think what's taking you back is psychology.
It was psychology.
It was.
Nothing's holding me back. Being successful in trading. Nothing's holding me back.
Okay, okay, okay. So
Mhm.
it
To
was the
learn
psychology. It was the psychology. It's no longer the psychology
was
now.
the mas-
It was
it
the
was the
mastery.
psychology, it was the mastery.
It,
Yeah.
it, it was
Which
the
is something
mastery
I
of
actually teach
psychology.
in my which is something I always emphasize in my academy because
Okay.
anyone can go read the book about risk management. Only a few people can actually master psychology.
Yeah, because talking and living it is two different things. So I understand when you say it was. Okay, just give me one simple answer on what was how did you break through that psychology thing and that made you successful in trading right now? What clicked into your mind? It was okay, you know what? I got it. It's this. Like this is the thing right now in psychology. Like I have this, I've mastered this and brought you to a different level.
For me, how I broke through that is something I can't teach for someone to also break through that because of what actually happened to me is something called consistent awareness, right? So
Hmm.
what consistent awareness is, it means that I became aware of a situation so many times, like so consistently. So let's say, for example, I failed growing a funded account due to maybe a certain type of emotional reaction, right? Of which I already knew, right? And understood and read about. As you said, there's a difference between doing and knowing. So I've done that so many times and I found myself in that position for so many times. And I know there's a lot of traders in that position right now, right? And you get out of that position without actually even learning anything. Hence, I'm saying consistent awareness. So once you get to a position whereby it's no longer even a thing of you learning anything, it's just a thing of you just being aware and being honest with yourself and being transparent and saying enough is enough. That's how you
Uh,
break to it.
I totally agree with you. I feel like my breakthrough was also part of it, 99% of it was psychology. I don't want to lie. And you see the thing of being honest with yourself when it comes to trading is also a very significant part where traders should take it into proper consideration because with me it was a thing of like I feel like also the why is there, like okay, sharp. Sorry for my French, but why am I not succeeding in this? I'm not succeeding in this because of this, this, and that. Okay, cool. what can I do to improve that? I can do it because this, and that. And I feel like the reason that made me change, not enough is enough. I'm tired of buying 100 pro firms and failing them. Why? Because I'm doing the same thing over again. My emotions get to me, my risk management gets to me into my head. Like, why? Why can't I just follow what I said I'm gonna follow? And I feel like the most significant thing of me was the why. Like, why, like, why? The moment you ask yourself certain questions in your trading, you're gonna get answers. I feel like a lot of people who trade don't ask, why am I failing, why this, why that. The moment you ask why, you're gonna get the answer, and the moment you get the answer, you're gonna get improvement. So I feel like psychology, it's a very, 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 very vast thing that one should no one can master psychology. No one masters psychology in trading. But the difference between you and the person who has more than you into trading is because they understand psychology is more important when it's here. It's like discipline. When you go to the gym, as I said to you earlier when we are having this conversation, discipline is more important when you have those days where you can't get the fuck up. You're tired as fuck and you tell yourself, I don't give a shit, I'm gonna do it. That's when discipline counts. But doing it every day, it's not really discipline. It is, but it counts more when you numb. Your body can't do anything because you've been lifting this weight, you're so
Mhm.
tired. That's when discipline comes. You're like, I don't give a shit. Good, I just slept 2 hours. I'm going to the gym. So I feel
No,
like it's the same. It's the same. It's the same with trading. It's the same with trading. It's also psychology. Psychology, 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 psychology. So just fix your psychology, and fixing your psychology is just following the plan. That's my personal opinion.
yep, yep. And any last words before we leave?
Words to the people is, as I said before, my words would be you only lose when you quit, and if you don't sacrifice what you want becomes the sacrifice. So yeah.
All right. It was beautiful having this session, man.
Beautiful
I can't wait for the
session.
next one.
I can't wait for the next one. Same,
Yeah.
bruv. Cheers.
I I, I already knew. I already knew having you in this would be a bliss.
Would be
Thanks, man.
a blessing. But before we end it, what is your message to the people?
What's my message to the people?
Yeah.
Uh, that's the message, King. That's the message, man. Leave
What's
them with
the
silence.
message?
Leave them with silence, bro. Leave them with silence. Leave them with silence, man.
Ah,
Leave them with
okay, no
silence.
problem, no problem, no problem, no problem. Into the next one.
Till the next one, Chief.